Yo man, what's up? How you doing? It's your boy T here, back for another video today. We have Doja Cat's last album, Scarlet. This is their fourth studio album. This came out in 2023. Damn, only 2 years ago. 17 tracks here. You know, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm not a fan of the demonic theme that was happening during the marketing of this album, but you know what? We have music here, so let me shut my big ass gullet up and start reviewing it. Alright, so we have our intro, Paint the Town Red. You know, I remember the teaser for this song. Doja at the time cut her hair and was sporting a new look. You know, I wasn't really digging it at first, but hey, what do you want from me, alright? We have a really catchy hook here. Doja delivers good writing and her delivery on verse 1 too, eh? The post hook is a nice bonus. Verse 2 has Doja addressing the headlines about her, and you know what? I'm digging it. Tell them go F themselves, you know what I mean? I like the beat too. For an intro, yo, this is strong, man. Track 2, we have Demons. You know, from the opening hook, I'm just not a fan of the beat or the flow here. It's supposed to be intimidating, but it just doesn't sound good at all, man. Both verses are whack, I think. I will say though, verse 2 does have a good line. Swallowed all his kids and spit the class out like, bruh. But aside from that, it's whack. This is an easy skip for me. Track 3, we have Wet Vagina. Okay, nice. The opening hook is okay. Verse 1 is above average. I somewhat enjoyed it. Verse 2 though, now that's pretty damn good here. I feel like the better material is on verse 2 for this song. It feels like most of the creativity definitely went into verse 2 though, for sure. I feel like the beat is really easy to listen to. This song does have flaws, but you know what? I do like it. Next track we have is F the Girls. You know, I'm digging the hook here, man. It has a solid flow that keeps you in check, alright? We ease into verse 1, and I'm so liking the cutthroat delivery here. Now, verse 2 continues with the same energy and lethal delivery. And Doja brought the storm here, alright? We also have a great subtle beat here. Now, this is a strong track, man. Now we have Ouchies. What a stupid name. Hell yeah, though. I'm liking this hook here. We keep the same energy from F the Girls here. And verse 1 is heat, man. We chill out for verse 2, but Doja still delivers solid material, man. The beat is above average, though. But, you know, I was focused entirely on the vocals. Dude, this is actually a great song, man. Next track we have is 97. You know, I'm liking the beat. Nice keys, bruh. Nice keys. I'm not a fan of the delivery on the opening hook, like, at all. Luckily, though, we drop it soon after. Verse 1 is littered with some nice lines. 6 songs in, and Doja has stepped up her writing from her previous albums. You can easily tell. I really like verse 2. It's filled with heat, man. Doja, this is what we wanted from you from the beginning, okay? Another great song here. Next we have Gun. Now first off, such a great beat from the start. You cannot deny that here. I made one similar to this a while back, so of course I'm fond of it. Maybe that's why, for sure. But we have such a fun and catchy hook here. After a few listens, you'll be singing along for sure. Verse 1 has some decent material. I rock with it for the most part. Verse 2 does provide some nice lines though, but again, I feel like verse 1 is a bit stronger overall, but at the end of the day, we have a great beat, good writing here, another good song. Now we have Go Off. So for Go Off, I'm not liking the hook, man. From the delivery to the material, I find it weak. Both verses are actually weak to me, to be quite honest. They're uninspiring and boring, man. You know, maybe if we had a faster tempo, it could work, but for now, nah. Also, again, the beat here is just average to me, alright? And it does not warrant a 40-second trail out at all. I don't like this track, man. Seriously. Next, we have Shacho. I don't like the production on the pre-chorus and hook. Like, so many things are happening here and being said. It's like, what am I supposed to focus on here? You know what I mean? 1 minute in, though, we finally make it to verse 1, which wasn't even worth the time, man. Verse 1 is plain Jane. Does not sound good. Luckily though, verse 2 does deliver some above average material, but at this point, why bother wasting 2 minutes just to get to it? You know what I mean? This is a skip for me. Next, we have Agora Hills. Now, Ever since that track, Now You a Single Mom, dropped, I cannot stop laughing every time I hear this track because, especially the intro and the beat. The dude sampled it. Please go on YouTube and search Now You a Single Mom. You'll thank me later. It's such a funny ass song here. And let's go back to Doja, all right? We have a great hook and post hook. It sounds good and it's catchy. We get a brief interlude, but you know what? It is related to material, so hey, I can dig it. I feel like verse 1 has a softer tone with the vocals, and it works with the material that is given here. I really like verse 2. It's such a vibe, man. Overall though, this is a strong and well-produced track. You have to check out Agora Hills, all right? Next we have Can't Wait. You know, this hits more like an R&B track. No issues with that at all. We have a decent hook. Both verses provide meaningful content, especially verse 2. You might like that more than verse 1, because I did. Doja's delivery is pretty nice as well. I like the production here, but this hits more of like a one and done for me. Next though, we have Often. You know, I'm digging the opening vocals and refrain. And this flow, I really do like it. Doja's delivery though on both verses is refreshing, and I'm truly feeling her vocals here. The hook is good as well, but yo, this is such a chill, carefree song. I like this, you gotta check it out. We have a few songs left now. We have Love Life. You know, this song is just way too repetitive for my liking here. Every line revolves around love, and we hear love at least 100 times in like 4 minutes, man. I get it. Look at the title, but to me, it's just lazy. Another skip for me. Now we got Skull and Bones. So we have an above average hook here. I'm liking the bars on verse 1 though. It's easy to understand and follow. Doja does go in though on verse 2. Man, it's impressive. After a few listens, I grew to like this song, and you should check this out. We got 3 songs left. Now we got Attention. Both the pre-chorus and hook they're okay. I just don't like the delivery and the vocal effects around it. Doja rarely ever needs vocal effects, but for God's sakes, these producers are adamant on adding them. Why? You know what I mean? Like, I digress. Doja does deliver cutthroat lines on verse 1, and she's addressing her new look, and you know what? She serves, man. Verse 2 continues with the emotions and energy, and it really works here. Overall, we have hot verses, just above average production and an okay hook. To me, if anything, it's a one and done, but you know what? It is worth a listen. I wouldn't blow this one off. All right, 2 tracks left. Now we have Balut, sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Yo, we have a Ric Flair clip in the intro. What the? Seriously, good idea adding that. I like the humor. It fits Doja for sure. Verse 1 is dope. It provides great writing and delivery. The hook is average at best. I feel like verse 2 though is really good. I feel like verse 1 is the strongest here though, but I want to know what you think on that though. I'm liking the G-Funk whistle on this beat that kicks in near the end. Aside from the average hook, this track is actually pretty dope. And now we have our outro, WYM Freestyle. This ain't it, Chief. The freestyle is weak and it's so underwhelming and dry. Now, I read that this was added to the album last minute, but to be honest, it should have just stayed off. I feel like Baloo would have been a pretty good outro for the album. I just feel like it should have stayed off, and it has no reasons to be an outro, you know what I mean? To me, Scarlet is a 6 out of 10. You know, this album provides improved writing on the hooks and verses that is definitely stronger than previous albums here. We have good production for the most part that provided hella good beats at times. Doja displays versatility on this album, and it's great to see her become more confident after each album. I do think with this album, Doja found the sound she was looking for because there is a lot of confidence here. We have a strong intro, but again, the outro is just weak sauce. We do have 4 skips, such as Demons, Shutcho, and like 2 others. We also have like 2 one and dones. I feel like Doja really needs to find a way to be more consistent in her music, because each of her albums, there is this trend where it either starts off good and nosedives or the complete opposite. You know, I was so close to giving this a 7 out of 10, but at the end of the day, the flaws, they do start to stack. Yeah, we have better writing at times, but it just falls flat at times too, man. Yes, Doja, keep the humor. Keep being creative with your sound, but you need to find a common theme for an album and roll with it, okay? Also, please get new producers here. Yeah, again, there's some hella good beats sprinkled in here, but man, there are so many other talented producers that I feel like could elevate your sound here, in my opinion, you know what I mean? But I'll be honest with you, out of all of Doja's 4 albums, I seriously think this one, Scarlet, is my favorite, in my opinion. But that's all I have for Doja's catalog. Next revisiting will be with a different artist that I think you'll truly enjoy. But I do want to make an announcement. Kanye, aka Ye, he re-released Donda 2 today. So originally it was on the stem player in 2022, but it was unfinished. There was mixing issues. So now that it's out today, I'm gonna review that Friday for you. So expect Donda 2 review Friday. Yallah, you have a good one, my friends. See you.